Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Don't forget, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, which 50% of you haven't, then please subscribe. If you want to be have alerts when we put a video out, click the bell. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. Let's get straight into the news. Obviously, following last night's victory over Sunderland, Everton will play Chelsea away in the Carabao Cup. The draw was made not long after the final whistle, and it you know, deflated the win just a little bit, didn't it? But we will have to play Chelsea away in a very hectic period in the season. But you know what? Let's worry about that then and not now. Who knows? We could be flying and they could be on their arse for all we know by the time that rolls around. And it has been Ronald Koeman's press conference today ahead of the Bournemouth game. He reflected on last night's victory and also the game at the weekend. On the ass, he was asked about him and he said there's going to be chances, and he said there was a chance. He was given a chance against Bournemouth, against Sunderland, sorry, and he scored. He said so he has been given a chance. If there was no chances for him, then he wouldn't have been involved. He was involved. His squad number has been changed, hasn't it? It was changed from, it started the season, I think he was 34, and he was moved quietly to number 19. So he's gone up the pecking order in the squad numbers as well. So the chances there, whether he plays on Saturday, whether he comes off the bench, whether he's involved at all, that would be down to, I suppose, hit the manager and the attitude of playing and training. But it seems like he's doing something right. He is working hard. He is impressing. He did score a goal. So that's all you can ask, isn't it? And all you can, if the manager is giving him a chance in training, then he's got to take the chance, and then hopefully then the manager repays him by giving him a chance in and around the first team squad. So it's interesting. I know all fans want him to do well now after the whole thing that's gone on. Koeman's face was actually quite interesting when he did score. If you go to the highlights and look, interesting. But no, I'm happy for the lad. Listen, he's been wrote off. I've wrote him off. We've wrote him off. Everyone's wrote him off. He's come back, got his head down, and he scored a goal, and it was a great moment. And I think everyone was delighted for him. Everyone likes a comeback story. Everyone likes that, don't they? Hopefully he'll go on and win us a trophy, score the winner, and they'll make a film about him. The Humani-ass story. We'll wait and see. What else was revealed? James McCarthy won't be back this weekend. Koeman said he's struggling for fitness, so it might be next week. Hopefully he'll come back to push for a midfield spot, liven her up a little bit. We'll have to wait and see. I can't help but feel that James has done this to himself. We've said that loads of times. By not being in the right condition or playing when he's injured, basically, for Ireland. So continuing on the injuries, he was asked about Seamus Coleman and Balassi. Now I think this might have come because Balassi had done a video, or he certainly done a video in the week where he had the kit on. He was doing a bit of shooting practice, and it seems that people felt like that maybe the two of them weren't that far off. But Ronald Koeman revealed that it's going to be more like November now when they start training. Balassi's been out for about a year now, hasn't he? It doesn't actually seem that long, probably because, I don't know, just because of the summer and everything, and obviously we're not quite there yet, but he's been out for a year. Coleman has been out since March, April time. They're both nearly ready, not quite, but nearly ready. It's that period now where it's probably all about trusting themselves, trusting their own bodies, and just waiting that extra little bit. I'm sure they're both chomping at the bit to come back, but it's about coming back, because what can happen is players can go back from long-term injuries and then start picking up loads of niggly little injuries. I mean, look at Brian Oviedo was a perfect example, and he broke his leg. I mean, the break was bad enough, but he never quite got back because he was just, and it happens all the time. Players come back and the bodies just react very differently. They haven't been working as hard as they would have been, or playing, and it takes time. So we'll have to wait for them both players to come back. Hopefully they'll start training in November. That'll give us a massive boost if they can both be in and around the squad, maybe in December time, when we'll really need extra bodies in the squad, and the extra pace they both bring. Both really good players, both been massively missed as far as I'm concerned. So they'll be back in November. Talksport have had to issue an apology on the behalf of Joey Barton. This was something we mentioned last week. Joey Barton went on air and said that the reason why Everton didn't get a striker on deadline day was because Bill Kenwright basically vetoed it because of a financial situation. The club got in touch with Talksport and told them that was completely false, And Talksport have had to issue an apology today, saying we're sorry for Joey Barton. I mean, it's not the first time that'll happen, and it won't be the last time that happens. So the club very, very angry with those comments, and Talksport have had to go back on them. I don't think anyone took much, from them at the time. Took them with a pinch of salt. Joey Barton, after all, isn't it? Probably, and it's Talksport trying to make a bit of nonsense where there wasn't any. The Everton's team, the ladies' Everton team, Michelle Hennigan, I think who was the captain, she's had to leave Everton. It's a bit of a sad story. Not a sad story, but I think she's a Blue. She's been at the club all her life. She's had to leave Everton because Everton are going full time. Everton Ladies are going full time. They've been promoted into the Super League, Women's Super League, and they're going full time. They've been signing a lot of new players, and she can't sign full time, but she doesn't want to sign full time. She's a teacher, and she wants to concentrate on that. I think she'll continue playing, but just not with Everton. So she's had to leave Everton, which is really sad. That's happened, but I suppose it's life, isn't it? So she'll continue being a teacher. I'm sure she'll continue playing football, and we wish her the best of luck wherever she goes. It's just really sad, really, that she's had to leave because they turned professional. You'd think that players would be chomping at the bit to turn professional, but I don't know what professional ladies players are on. I really don't. So she obviously feels like she's got a great career in teaching, and that, do you know what? Fair play to her. If she wants to be a teacher, and that's fantastic. So best of luck to her. Danielle Turner is taking over as the captain. She's the new Everton captain, the Everton Ladies captain. So good luck to her. Good luck to Andy Spence. Absolute top fella. Gonna have to get him in soon on the show. The Everton Ladies manager. He absolutely great fella. And their season starts soon, and best luck to them. Another story about someone who left Everton is Kevin Sheedy, who has spoken today about why he left the club, and he simply said, "The first thing I would like to confirm is that I left Everton on very good terms and have nothing but good things to say about the club and the people working there. The reason I left was simple. The challenge of coming to a country like Saudi Arabia and trying to adapt to something entirely different at this stage of my career appealed. I fancy playing abroad during my playing career, and that never happened. So the opportunity was presented me, and I felt like it was something I had to have a go at. Mike Newell is involved, and he was keen to get me working with the club's junior players at Al Shahab. And so far it's been an incredible experience." He said it's still very early in the season, and you cannot make, this is about Everton, sorry. He said you're very early in the season, you cannot make judgments after a handful of games. Everton may have sold a great player in Romelu Lukaku this summer, but I look up to the overall squad now, and it's the best Everton have had for a long time. So Kevin Sheedy basically confirming that there was no issues, no problems. He just wanted to go and have a better challenge in the sun. And listen, it's the Middle East. I'm sure he's getting a good whack. He's living life, loving it, and good luck to him. Good luck to him. A man who at his age, who has had illness problems and stuff. Why not go and work somewhere where the sun's always shining and the pressure may be off a little bit, and you can just enjoy life? Good luck to Kevin Sheedy, I say. Thank you as ever for watching the Everton News Daily. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.